Lent began with the good news, you're going to die. Say it with me, I'm going to die. And since then, the Sunday sermons have been about living and dying well. How to live well so that you don't die like those folks St. Paul wrote about today, killed by venomous snakes or destroying angel because they chose to reject the Lord and live selfishly. And hoping not to die like those folks Jesus talked about, whom the government executed or got squashed when a building fell on them. Last Sunday, we heard about Abram and how God promised to do his part to help us live well and in peace and right relationship with him, and how he kept that promise as Jesus died on the cross to pay the penalty for our unfaithfulness. So when we die, we get to live with him forever, and with those that we love that have already died before us, and with all the saints from all times and all places in history. God has done his part to help us live and die well. Now we get to do our part. Now I hope you've done the first part of our part and said yes to Jesus and accepted his invitation to be in his family, but that's not what I'm talking about today. What I mean today is doing my part to take care of myself so I'm ready to live and die well. Well, mostly die well. The problem is, of course, few of us want to think or talk about our own death. If we're young, and I'll let you define what young means. If we're young, we can put it off because, it's a long way away. And if we're not so young, we put it off because life is busy. I got stuff to do. I've got kids to raise and a job to do. Who's got time for death? And if we're old, and I am, we put it off because it's either too sad or too scary to think about, especially as we attend more and more funerals of people our age. The temptation is to procrastinate about doing anything to prepare for our own death. And St. Paul wrote about temptation today. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to all people. All people are tempted to procrastinate. But Paul continues, God is faithful and will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will provide a way out so that you can endure it. We are all tempted to procrastinate about preparing for our own death. But today, God and I are giving you a way out and a way to get past that temptation. And that's why there was a 5 wishes booklet in your bulletin, to nudge you to consider the choices that you need to make in order to die well, and to put those choices in writing so your family, your friends, your doctor, your pastor, and the guys in the ambulance, if it comes to that, know what those choices are. Now, I know you can read, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing with you, and I don't expect you to make all the choices in the booklet in the next 8 minutes before I sit down. But I am going to walk you through it, hoping that if you have not already, that you will think and pray about what you want people to do when your time to die approaches. So pull out your 5 wishes booklet and let's go through it quickly. And if you don't have one, hold up your hand because the ushers will bring you one. If you didn't get one when you came in. Then we need 2 up here. Everybody else got one? Okay. The first couple of pages tell you the purpose of the 5 wishes, to record your choices, so if you get too sick to answer for yourself, your family does not have to make the agonizing decisions about what kind of care to give you. It's legal in 42 states, including Florida, and you can change your mind anytime by throwing this one away or by filling out a different one. Page 4, turn to page 4. Page 4 is wish 1. Who I want to make health care decisions for me when I can't make them for myself. My wife Debbie is my first choice. My oldest son Timothy is my second choice because I know they love me and will respect my other wishes. I hope and trust you have someone like that in your family, but if you don't, any of our clergy would be honored to serve as that person for you if you let them know and if you give them a copy so they know what your wishes are. Turn to page 6. Wish 2. How much and what kind of medical treatment I want or don't want. Now, I really believe this Jesus stuff. I look at death as graduation day from this life to the next, that death is a promotion, not a demotion. Therefore, I am an enthusiastic DNR. Do not resuscitate. If I flatline during surgery or any time else, I want everybody in the room just take a step back, go take a break somewhere. Let me go in peace to love and serve the Lord. I asked Debbie if she finds me collapsed on the floor, don't call anybody until I'm cold. And Timothy, my next in line, I know that he's in there because he'll pull the plug on me because he wants the inheritance. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. My other son, Corbin, was too soft-hearted for that, so I never put him down on this list. Wish number 2 is whether I want heroic life support efforts or not. And if you do, please make those choices plain. And if you don't, I'll see you in heaven. Page 8, wish 3. How comfortable I want to be, which includes medication, water, baths, what kind of music, if any, I want to listen to as I decline. Now, there's not room on the page for your whole playlist, but you can list the password to the one that's on your phone. Wish number 4, how I want my family and friends to treat me as I slip away. Do you want visitors or not? I don't, unless they really want to be there. Do you want people holding your hand or not? Not really, not for me. Praying with you or not? Yes, please pray for me. Do you want pictures of your favorite people in the room or not? Yes, I do. Do you care where you are, or would you rather die at home? I really don't care where I am, but I would prefer to die at home. All helpful choices to make and to communicate with your family. Page 9, wish 5, what I want my loved ones to know. Now, I hope you have already told your family and your friends how much you love them. I hope you have already apologized to anyone for any way that you've mistreated them. I hope you already have forgiven anyone for any way they have mistreated you. But if not, here's your chance to communicate that. What do you want done with your body? Buried or cremated? I'm going to be cremated. Where would you like your body or ashes to go? I'm going in the Messiah Memorial Garden. Now, just to remind you, when your time comes, the Messiah family will conduct your funeral and host a reception for you for free. If you're cremated, you may be buried or your ashes scattered in the Memorial Garden for free. And we'll put a plaque on the wall with your name and your birth and your death year on it for free. Now, we're glad to let you know how much that plaque costs if you want to pay for it, but the Church of the Messiah charges you nothing for anything that has to do with your death. The funeral industry will ding you for every little item. We don't. We love you too much to do that, and serving you and your family when you die is how we love you to the end. Back to wish 5. It asks you what you'd like done at your funeral, but don't worry about that, because in 2 weeks I'm going to help you plan your own funeral. Don't miss it. Page 10 has lines for you and 2 witnesses to sign. In Florida, it doesn't need to be notarized. And on page 11, at the bottom of the page, is a wallet-sized card for you to sign and carry with you in case you get hurt away from home or wherever you keep the booklet. When you finish making your choices, make at least 3 copies. And if you don't have access to a copy machine, come here to the office. We'll make copies for you. You keep the original, but give copies to your family, to your doctor, and one for us to keep here on file in case there's any question from anyone else what your wishes are. We have a stack of these already in our files because we want to serve you and your family when that time comes. Now, I didn't give you enough time to circle everything you want or cross out everything you don't want, but I got you started. Please take this home and finish it this week and make copies for you and your family and your doctor and for me. And then bring it back next Sunday. And please don't put this off until later, because later may not come until it's too late. Making these decisions and sharing them with your family is an extraordinarily kind gift to give to your family. So they don't have to guess about what you want if you get too sick or injured to make those decisions for yourself. As we heard Ash Wednesday, we are all going to die. Say it with me. I'm going to die. We are all going to die. and finishing and sharing your 5 wishes with your family will help you die well.